So, Brian, what do we have here? Why are you bringing up stories from World War I? I don't want to say that it's weird, but it is weird. What's the story behind this letter?
Well, there's the long version. A cousin of mine wrote a book called
Yes.
Leo's War from Gaspé to Vimy. My sister, Anne...
How about the short version, please?
Okay, in a nutshell. There's a threat of invasion from our neighbours and friends. This is a reminder of what Canadian courage looks like in the face of danger. It's in our blood.
C. Steward Captain and Chaplain 24th Battalion, France, May 23rd, 1917. To Mr. C. S. LeBoutillier, Gaspé, Quebec. Dear Sir, I don't know whether anyone has already written to about the death of your son, Private Leo LeBoutillier, but I thought I would like to add a word in any case, as I had known and admired your son for over a year. He was wounded while out on a scouting expedition in front of our lines, the afternoon after we made our advance at Vimy Ridge. Apparently, a German sniper caught sight of him and shot him, the bullet entering his back and penetrating the abdomen. He was brought straight down to us in the dressing station and was fully conscious. All he seemed to worry about was that he was giving us some trouble. We hoped against hope that he would recover, bracing ourselves with the thought that a bullet makes a clean wound, and it was a sad blow to us all to hear that he had succumbed to his injuries on April 18th at the No. 14 General Hospital. As his qualities as a soldier, his actions speak for themselves. There was no more popular or more merited reward than his Distinguished Conduct Medal for his splendid work at the Somme. He was always found in dangerous places, going about his work with the utmost coolness, an example of bravery that everyone saw and recognized. When he was brought in wounded, I held him while the doctor dressed his wounds, and after we had put him down on the stretcher again, I turned around to the 4 scouts who had carried him down and found them all practically in tears. They all had the same lament. If only it could have been someone else, not Boots. He was the idol of the boys in his section, and wasn't altogether his bravery that won their hearts. He was such a thorough gentleman, always cheerful, always ready to do anything, and a clean, honorable boy at all times. I remember censoring a letter he wrote to the brother of a boy who had been killed beside him at the Somme, and thinking then, what a splendid letter it was, feeling sympathy and affection for the chap who had gone. And that is what I want you to understand about your son. We are absolutely feeling sympathy in your loss, out of affection for him. No one cannot but feel he was ready to go. His whole life was of service, whether it was for his country or his God. And as Christ received him into paradise, I feel so more that he returned with him with the words, "Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord." For that is just what he had rendered, good and faithful service. I trust all as his family will know what universal esteem and affection we all had for him, and that thought of his noble example will be a solace to you in sorrow. Meanwhile, may God and his beloved mother, who knows what it was to lose her son on the cross, comfort you. His personal effects will be sent to you through the official channels, which are, however, exceedingly slow. Also, if you desire any information regarding his death or where he is buried, I should advise you to write to the chaplain at No. 14 General Hospital in France. With my deepest sympathy, believe me. Faithfully yours, Captain Stewart, Chaplain the 24th Canadian Brigade.
We are above the cliffs on the bike path heading for Gaspé from Haldeman Beach. We just passed Camp Fort Haldeman from World War II. On our right is Boom Defense in Gaspé Harbor, which housed a naval base. Also, these are the waters where Jacques Cartier sailed in and planted a cross in 1534. To the left is the railroad tracks. As Gordon Lightfoot sang, all the way to Gaspé. Leo is buried in France near Captain John McCrae, the author of In Flanders Fields.